Notting Hill Carnival looks almost certain to have some form of sponsorship to ensure it survives. And a deal is also close to create paid positions for organisers. It comes after two directors quit this week. One of them described Europe's largest street festival as dysfunctional to the core. Mark Ashdown is in Notting Hill for us this evening. Mark, how significant are these developments?
Well, I think that's what everyone's trying to work out. I'm at the centre of the Notting Hill Carnival route, and yet again the event finds itself at the centre of a row. Now, the Board of Advisors assured me today these resignations were more or less part of a wider plan for restructuring. It was always planned these two directors would go. But I have to say, I was at the launch of the event back in August and spoke to both of them. There was no indication then that they were planning to leave. Indeed, they were both talking up very much the 2012 Carnival. So yet again, the Carnival event finds itself, I suppose, in a state of flux. But when the dust settles this time, I think the landscape is going to change significantly. It attracts millions from worldwide, policed by thousands of officers. Notting Hill is a huge operation. Yet it's effectively organised by just two men, unpaid volunteers, who after 4 years have quit. Why?
In the Olympic year, you know, where we're being told we're going to have up to 1 million more people in London, you know, I mean, it just did not seem to us that we had the support necessary from people inside Carnival and people outside Carnival to do it safely to the standard that everyone expected.
A strong parting shot, but the event has always courted controversy. In its 50-odd-year history, there's often been infighting and concerns over funding. But the board says a long-planned restructuring is nearly complete. It will mean paid positions for the first time and, crucially, sponsorship.
Absolutely. We are reliant at the time being for support publicly, but one of the long-term goals is to think about sponsorship and other ways of sustaining ourselves financially.
Given Carnival's community roots, that's likely to cause a stir. So why can't public bodies like the local council or mayor's office dig deeper or even take full control?
No, I think this is a really strong event and it has had problems, and you know, I wouldn't pretend that there aren't things that can be done to help improve it. And we've always been very keen to work in partnership with everyone around the table. But you know, that we have to look at next year and we have to be positive about all the strengths that Carnival has.
Which amongst all this are easy to forget, but will be needed more than ever during the all-important Olympic year. Some will feel sponsorship is a sellout, but it may now be the only way to ensure Carnival survives. So I think the big question now is what form that sponsorship will take. Are we talking a company or companies pumping money in here and logos everywhere, or perhaps part of the event being ticketed to raise money that way? I think the crucial thing is going to be getting a balance between the wishes of the community. Don't forget there's loads of people give up lots of time sewing those outfits and making the food. So being true to them, but also realising that after 48 years there do need to be some fundamental changes in the way Carnival is funded and run if it's going to survive. Back to you.
Mark, thank you. The Home Secretary